What did you and Poppy do as a occupation during the 2000s?
We were finishing our career as developers.
All right. And
We developed we developed resort property.
what projects did you have going in the 2000s and like where were they?
We were finishing the Palisades condominium project at Lake of the Ozarks, and we were doing Las Brisas condominium in Cozumel, Mexico. And Poppy was doing a condominium project in Panama, and we were doing later in the 2000s. We were doing Las Ventanas,
Okay.
also in Cozumel, Mexico.
Okay. So, in the early 2000s, like how would you describe the sales of the condos? Like were they going pretty good or
They were going wonderful.
all
They
right.
were moving right along. We sold out Las Brisas in 6 months, but it was only 14 units, and we had started on Las Ventanas, and the first couple of years were really good.
Okay. And how big of an impact would you say the crash had on it? Like was it sudden like in when it first started going down where sales just like dropped or was it more of a
It, it took about a year for it to impact where we really felt it. For first, sales started to slow down, and then they came to a screeching halt. Like we were selling one or two condominiums. I think in 2010 we might have sold one or two condominiums.
and how many would you say would
No.
did you like sell per year like before that? Like when it was going well?
I wouldn't know the year, but I could tell you in the let's see, that I said 2010, this is 2016, we sold out everything that we had left, and we had about 20 units. So we had sold 40-some units in the previous years, okay? And then everything came to a halt, and then it started to come back slowly. We'd sell 3 a year, and then 2 a year, and then the last year we sold 4.
Okay. So how long would you say like have they spiked again or like are you all sold out? Have you finished selling the condos?
We sold out last year
Okay. So how
at
many
Las Ventanas.
so it took up until now for kind of the sales to go back to normal?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It
Um
took, yeah, I'd say we've been in Ventanas, we've been developing Ventanas for 9 years.
okay. And do you remember was that when we had to sell our condo? Was that around that time? I forget when we had to sell that. The one that we
No,
own.
I think yours was a year or two before that all happened.
Okay. Okay.
But I would have to sit and reconstruct it all to be positive.
No,
But
that's all
that was
right.
when we were doing C building. Yeah, and I think that may have been when it sort of started, Chase, but
Mhm.
it didn't actually hit. I mean, when it first happened, people were like in shock, and people, once they started losing retirement, their retirement funds, the stock market kept going down, their retirement funds were worth less and less money. Then they find out that their homes were worth less and less money. They were going to retire and buy a second home and a little apartment, and they would sell their home, and they just had enough money to buy another home. They didn't have enough money to buy a retirement place or what you would call a place to go in the winter. Like if they lived in the north, they would want to buy something in the south, obviously. And Mexico was a good place, at good value, but they couldn't even afford this.
Okay. So, what were some of the things that you had to change, like about your either the design of the projects or how
Well,
you were selling them to like keep them from failing?
well, we changed. We did not change our pricing because we did not want to hurt the people so many people had bought from us already. And real estate that if you could hold on, that the values would start to come back, and you just don't know how long it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did was we we gave people a discount, a 10% discount, if they paid cash. Because at that time, it was hard for people to buy things in cash because of all the stock market stuff and the value of their homes. So we started offering financing on the condos.
Okay.
And it was a good deal for us because we could get in Mexico, which is a third world country, we could charge 9.5% interest, which was a bargain for them and was a very good return on our investment because by then the stock market had gone down and the banks were cutting interest rates to get people back into the market, and so you were getting very little money for your investments in the United States.
Okay.
So 9% return was very good for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to keep, that's the only way we could sell condos.
So did you change any of the condos to sell to a cheaper crowd, or did you just keep it all the same and hold out?
We kept it all the same because we were the third world country. We'd already had approval for what we had designed and gotten all the permits for, and there was no way we could change.
Okay. And so I know this was all how it affected you as a developer and a contractor, but how did it affect you as a homeowner? Did it affect anything back in Missouri?
Yes, it affected the value of our home at the Lake of the Ozarks, and as a matter of fact, it is still affected because high-end houses have not caught up with lower-priced houses.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Houses that are over $1 million have not recovered, like the houses that were $350,000 to $450,000 to $500,000.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I had. Yeah.
Okay.